And that's the proudness of them, because they know history that every kingdom, every rulership comes to an end, but they can't see their end. The Most High has blinded them, that they can't even see their end. Because it's like the scripture says, is that they name places after themselves because they believe that they're going to continue forever. But the scripture says here, how much he has glorified herself and lived deliciously, so much torment and sorrow give her. For she says in her heart, I sit a queen and am no widow, and shall see no sorrow. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day. So the scripture says her plagues, her judgment is going to come in one day. Death and mourning and famine. And she shall be utterly burned with fire, for strong is the Most High who judges her. So, what can utterly burn you with fire? A nuclear fallout. Bombs and missiles and tanks will explode and blow you up. It may even cause a little bit of fire in there. But what tool, what device, what weapon, main thing is fire and wind and destruction. It's a nuclear bomb. So you go back to verse 8, it says, therefore shall her plagues come in one day. And only a nuclear weapon can destroy a place in one day like that. Because you think of the wars that they've had before, when they did shock and awe in Iraq. That was like over like 30 days that they continued dropping bombs and missiles coming from the ships and the submarines and all these different types of things. And they was firing missiles after missile after missile after bomb, and for weeks before they was able to bring that, for months before they was able to bring that place to destruction and to its knees. But the scripture says here, Revelation chapter 18 verse 8 says, therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall utterly be burned with fire, for strong is the Most High who judges her. Only a nuclear missile could destroy a place like America in one day. Only a nuclear fallout can do that. No other weapon on this planet Earth can do that in one day. Only a nuclear. And I'm talking thousands and thousands upon nuclear weapons, bombs being fired to, or should I say hundreds have been fired over to the Americas, that will do that. Because you could fire hundreds of thousands of missiles and that would blow up the place straight, but it won't totally destroy America in one day. But nuclear missiles will do that. So when the scripture says, therefore shall her plagues come in one day, it's talking about a weapon that can bring what? Death and mourning and famine in one day. That's nuclear. Because with nuclear, what you get as well, with the bombs, you get the radiation. So everything is being destroyed, you can't eat it. Yeah, all the food gets infected with radiation, you can't eat it. So it says, and shall be utterly burned with fire, which I said again, it's a nuclear bomb. For strong is the Most High for a judgment. And the kings of the earth, who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her. And when it says the kings of the earth, talking about the different governments of the earth, different leaders of the earth that's committed fornication with America. So Germany, Britain, France, Spain, Australia, China, all these places that have lived lavishly by trading with her. Right? It says, and the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her shall bewail her. Bewail these, don't you? Pure tears. They're going to be sickened when they see this. And lament for her when they shall see the smoke of her burning. So we're going to be able to see the smoke of that place burning from another country, so from Europe. How is that? Because the destruction is going to be so magnificent, so beautiful, so pure, so righteous, so judgment, that we're all going to be able to witness it. So the scripture says, and the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her shall bewail her and lament for her when they shall see the smoke of her burning, standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, alas, alas, that great city Babylon, aka America, that mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come. And the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her, for no man buyeth their merchandise any more. The merchandise of gold and silver and precious stones and of pearls and of fine linen and purple and silk and scarlet and thyme wood and all the manner best of ivory and all manner best of most precious wood and of brass and iron and marble, cinnamon, odours, ointments, frankincense, flour, wheat, beasts, sheep, horses, chariots, slaves, souls of men. Everything that these people sold, no one's gonna, it's going to be longer to trade with them no more, because they're going to be done with, according to the scriptures. Revelation chapter 18, read it yourself. Chapter 1 to verse 10. Tell me what you think it was. Because in 1 hour. So my last one I'm going to give you is Matthew chapter 13. Yeah? Because we now know who Babylon is. I mean, we've always known who Babylon is. I'm sure you've always known. But I just wanted to make it quite clear to you again that Babylon, the modern day Babylon that the Bible speaks of, that's going to be totally destroyed by fire and brimstone, is the United States of America. Yeah, according to the scriptures. So Matthew chapter 13, last scripture I'm going to give you, verse 37. Because this is basically how it's going to be in a nutshell on the day of judgment. Verse 38. The field is the world. The good seed are the children of the kingdom, but the tares are the children of the wicked one. The enemy that sowed them is the devil. The harvest is the end of the world, and the reapers are the angels. As therefore the tares are gathered and burned in the fire, so shall it be in the end of this world. The Son of Man shall send forth his angels, and they shall gather out of his kingdom all things that offend, and them which do iniquity, and shall cast them into a furnace of fire. There shall be wailing and gnashing of teeth. Then shall the righteous shine forth as the sun in the kingdom of their Father. Who has ears to hear, let him hear. I'll read it one more time to you. Listen carefully. Matthew chapter 13, verse 38. The field is the world. The good seeds are the children of the kingdom, but the tares are the children of the wicked one. The enemy that sowed them is the devil. The harvest is the end of the world. The reapers are the angels. As therefore the tares are gathered and burned in the fire, so shall it be in the end of this world. The Son of Man shall send forth his angels, and they shall gather out of his kingdom all things that offend, and them which do iniquity, and shall cast them into a furnace of fire. There shall be wailing and gnashing of teeth. Then shall the righteous shine forth as the sun in the kingdom of their Father. Who has ears to hear, let them hear. So, I've told you who Babylon the Great is. I've explained to you that judgment is coming. It's going to be through a nuclear fallout. That's going to bring the judgment. The lake of fire that the scripture speaks of in Revelations is the lake of fire that the angels and the chariots are going to see. Because if you can imagine, when you're in an airplane and you're flying above land or even water, and that, it looks like a lake. So if you can imagine the Americas being on fire from head to toe, from above will look like a lake of fire, which the scripture speaks of in Revelations. And that's what's going to befall America. A judgment that this world has never seen. And when that happens, all the nations are going to be able to witness it from afar. So in the name of Yahweh, Bashim Yahushua, all praises to the Father and the Son, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, and all praises to the elders of GMS and all the men that they do the work. In the name of Yahweh, Bashim Yahushua.